The big foundations and the round tables. Dwight D. Eisenhower coined the phrase military-industrial complex. The arts, globalism, Soros, local charities. I was just sitting here in the studio looking at the map behind me, the one on the computer screen, just kind of refreshing, going over all the strings and connections and how everything intertwines. Anon, Q clearance. Are there any new updates? Any new breadcrumbs, drops? Stick around. We're going to get right into it.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.
Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host for Sunday, 3/25/18. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. Maybe after the video, leave a comment. We really appreciate all the engagement, all the feedback on sound issues or anything. Pointers, it really helps us dial it all in to make it a better experience for you at home and myself over here. All right, we're going to check for, what was I doing? I guess I was kind of looking at this. Again, I just like to, go over it from every other few days, just kind of look at different angles and follow different paths with some current stories. We're going to look for any new Q. I actually shut down my computer earlier. Okay, and I'm not seeing anything. Let's get that up a little bigger. All right. So, a few other things was looking at all that. And then earlier talked about the omnibus bill. I did have a interesting little article here. Let me see if I can bring it up. All right, let me zoom this in. And I will pull this up a little more. It's a little much, I think. Let's do that. Okay, so again, for those doubting Trump, do your research. Joanne Powell Neely Gunny says, March 23rd, 18 at 7:42. This is again just off the Great Awakening. So I spent hours providing links, researching the laws, the 1974 law and statutes. Do you know why the omnibus is not going to get any notice? Here it is. It is not an official federal budget. It's an omnibus bill, not a budget. He outsmarted them again. He isn't Trump. Congress basically screwed themselves by not passing a budget. Per the Constitution, the president must adhere to a budget set forth by Congress and direct the expenditures as provided therein. This is another one of those big borderless bills like they gave Obama for 8 years. This is not a budget. An omnibus spending bill may have some instructions as to how the money will be spent, but Obama ignored them. He spent the money or didn't spend it however he wanted to, and Congress didn't do a thing about it because they couldn't. I think our president observed how this happened year after year. He is bound to realize that those appropriations for different things in the omnibus bill are merely suggestions. So, like Obama, President Trump can spend the money on whatever he wants to or not spend it. Planned Parenthood, what if our president decided to sell? Wait, let me see here. What if our president decided to tell the Treasury Department to slow walk that money to Planned Parenthood until the Senate gets off their butts and confirms his appointees? Sanctuary cities. What if our president decided to slow walk that money as well until those sanctuary cities assist ICE in rounding up criminal, illegal aliens? What is that? Sloppity heads from the Dems and a media. Why, yes, there would be a colorful display of sloppity heads. What could they do about it? Our president could just say, what? Congress should have passed a budget. Done. Finished. Research was done. And it is so very humorous, actually. Our VSG just said, give me the money for the military and the wall. Put anything else you want in it. And those goofballs did. In this case, as per above, he doesn't have to spend a dime because it's not a budget. And even if it was researched, he could still spend as he please. Congress appropriates up to the president to spend it or not, as he pleases. If anyone disagrees, I can go back and get the links and evidence. But if you just read yesterday's political thread, what is that? Wheat T2 and I laid it all out. Wheaty 2 did most of the work and put together the consolidated update as per above. Again, this is why Obama never had a budget in his presidency. Congress did continual omnibus, I missed the end there, omnibus, and he just took the money for 8 years, and no one seems to know where it went. So a couple of comments. During the press conference, it stood out to me when he emphatically said border security is part of our national defense. I think he just got the funding for the wall. The only problem is that all of those voting Republicans are not aware of this. They think they have been betrayed, and so that's the common thread, of course. So let's just see here. Obama budget or omnibus. Republicans' omnibus spending bill is a disgrace. 3 days ago, Obama signs a $1.88 trillion in spending bill into law. So right here, the Senate adopted the Omnibus Appropriations Act. 1.1 trillion omnibus. Just kind of looking here for some. You see how easy it is. Things come up. Okay, so this is from December 18th to 15. National Public Radio, NPR. Obama signs 1.8 trillion. So President Obama has signed a 1.1 trillion funding bill that will keep the federal government running until September 30th, 2016. Spending law, though, is that the Senate adopted the Omnibus Appropriations Act by a vote of 65 to 33. The House did so. So on the very last day before lawmakers in both chambers scattered for the holidays, Congress cleared this must-pass bills. It strengthens cyber security. All right, well, anyway. I thought that was interesting. Again, that was off the Great Awakening. I'm going to research it a little more. That's kind of what I was reading. It kind of some thumbs it all up collectively of what the different things I was reading today on some multiple different sites, doing a little research. So what do you guys think of that? I know everyone was a little, it's got to trust the plan. I guess most of these people are just stupid. Like I said earlier in my last video, some of these people voting or on the Democratic or just deep state side, even Republicans that are part of the deep state. I mean, if they were paying attention to what the last presidency just did, they might have a little bit of an inkling. it just seems like some of them are clueless, I guess. So it gets tricky, folks, to follow along and separate all the fact from fiction and what the true plan is. And these people are possibly for the first time in a very long time, we got somebody in there that knows exactly what needs to be done and how to get it done. That's all we can hope and pray for. While investigating and keeping our eyes open, it seems like people hear something from Trump, get upset for about a couple hours, and then everyone's scattering out looking, and we come up with a pretty good logical explanation of what's truly happening. What we see out there is on stage, and of course when he's talking to a lot of the people that are still asleep, you got to be careful. So he's just blanketing. It's nothing more than what we've been seeing going on, theater. So don't get wrapped up too high into the MSN. Do your own research and see what you come up with. I'm Mike from the Patriot Hour. Again, like, subscribe, share, ring the bell. Any new QAnon updates, Q clearance, breadcrumbs, drops, you're going to get them from here. We're going to read them to you the minute they, as soon as they come out, and we can get something, get into the studio to give them to you, which is normally within an hour. So sometimes sooner. Sometimes we're doing a show and they pop up. So appreciate all the love for the channel. Again, God bless. Good evening, and we'll see you real soon.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This
Yeah.
is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.